how do you expect this NVIDIA's launch to be successful or not?
I think it's important not to necessarily focus entirely on the B30. I think as I noted, it's a sort of evolutionary situation where NVIDIA has simply redesigned its some lines of GPU to comply with US export controls. Just recently, for example, Huawei came out with a paper on its new cluster, the CloudMatrix 384, which is really, I think, more important to talk about now than just individual GPUs. It's really now about networking and sort of systems architecture. And so the CloudMatrix 384, for example, is Huawei 910C processors, but they're networked together in a way to optimize the ability of the system to be used for training large language models or doing inference. And so there's lots of different analysis of that system, but it compares favorably in many metrics to a similar system using the NVIDIA H100 GPUs, for example. And so that's, I think, the more important thing to focus on is how does Huawei continue to integrate in more advanced GPUs that it's still attempting to manufacture using domestic foundry leader SMIC, Semiconductor Manufacturing International, and then incorporate those GPUs into bigger systems. And then are those systems competitive in a sense, with some of the larger NVIDIA systems? And so when they're networked together like this, that will present a compelling package for Chinese companies to consider. The B30s, as I noted, will probably still, and others have noted, will probably still find some niche applications for things like inference, again, where you don't really need the most cutting edge chip. This is where Chinese companies are really going to be probably leaders in terms of actually deploying AI at scale at the enterprise level to leverage the internal data that they have to train these models. And that will be a really important part of the equation too, not just sort of the raw computing power, if you will, of individual GPUs.